Well, Durag Nation, I'm back at you with another Marvel's Avengers video. This one is going to be short, but potentially pretty huge. So you already know the vibes. Like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Somebody who is impatient is wondering, where is Jane Foster and patch 2.5, or at least an announcement? Of course, Jane Foster was announced way back in April, and they said that once 2.4 was released, we should be expecting an update on what's next relatively soon. And looks like that is exactly what we got. We have a comment in response to this thread from CD Nick E, a developer with Crystal Dynamics, who is pretty famous for dropping very important information in the subreddit comment section instead of in a blog like it probably should be. But here you are. I'm hoping to have a news drop next week about Jane and what's coming after 2.5. I'm not going to promise that, but it should be sooner than later. Also, we said previously that we thought the time between 2.4 and 2.5 would be shorter than the times between other recent updates, and right now all signs point to that still being true. So of course there was a couple month gap between 2.3 and 2.4, and previously they said that the gap between Jane Foster and 2.4 wouldn't be that big, and sounds like no development delays so far. So all systems are go for Jane Foster, which most of us are expecting is going to be released about in the area of when Thor Love and Thunder comes out, which should be end of June, potentially first week of July. But as far as the news, we are expecting blogs, live streams, etc. And it looks like that might be starting next week, which is pretty exciting. More importantly, he mentioned what's beyond 2.5, which if you've been following the leaks from Miller, the biggest leaker in the Marvel's Avengers community, we know is going to be She-Hulk. He recently leaked a bunch of stuff. If you missed that, I'll link to that at the end of this video. There's some really interesting stuff there. But the biggest thing is that we are expecting She-Hulk to be the next update right after Jane Foster. Jane Foster, according to Miller's intel, was originally not supposed to even be a thing. She-Hulk was supposed to be the next playable hero, but because the MCU TV show was delayed, they had to figure out some content to put right before that, and they decided on a Echo type of hero, which ended up being Jane Foster, to tie in with the Thor Love and Thunder movie. And he maintains that She-Hulk has basically been done, but they've been waiting for the right time to release it. So my theory has been that Jane Foster is going to release probably late June, first week of July, and then we would get She-Hulk about a month later, sometime in August. And I expected that when we got a Jane Foster news update, when they were promoting her release, we would get something about She-Hulk, and looks like that is exactly how it's going to be panning out. Assuming we get the news next week, most likely the next update after Jane Foster is going to be revealed to be patch 2.6 and the next playable hero, which will be She-Hulk, and Ultron is supposed to be accompanying that. Again, according to Miller, he believes that Ultron is going to be out pretty soon. He thought it would be sometime in between She-Hulk and Jane, but now he believes most likely the villain that comes with the She-Hulk operation is going to be none other than Ultron. Ultron, of course, has been teased heavily in the Marvel's Avengers story, so we knew he was coming eventually, but Miller says that they've been working on him for a while, and looks like is either going to be a villain sector or potentially an Omega level threat. He's not sure which, but he's very confident that he will be paired up with the She-Hulk, which is very exciting. I know it's another robot, but it's Ultron. I think it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll keep you updated if there's any more breaking news, and if Miller has some insight, or if, of course, the developers give us some more insight, and we'll see what's going on next week. I'll link to the video showing the latest leaks from Miller right now. I'm Stock the Gamer, signing out.